my name is James Wigzell. I'm part of the technical sales support team at Avery, Dennison. I'm also the sustainability lead for the UK and Ireland. Today I've come really just to kind of talk to people about sustainable packaging, sustainable labels, and how, we talked about it on the panel actually, how we want people to collaborate really. That's the key message, collaboration, because if you have conversations across the supply chain, raw materials right down to end product, that's where you get true sustainability. If you do it in silos, if you do it on your own, it doesn't work.
My name's Gavin Thurston. I'm a business development manager for the label printer products at Epson in the UK and Ireland. And really today for me was about expressing what sustainability means to me personally, but also more importantly, how Epson can help organisations become more sustainable.
From Avery Dennison perspective, and we're a raw material supplier to the label industry, we've got a whole number of solutions which are focused around sustainability. The reason why we have so many is because it's usually not one solution fits all. You have to kind of consider a lot of different aspects. Most want to go for recycled content because the word recycled always kind of goes well with sustainability. And we do offer many recycled films and many recycled paper, but when you look at the carbon saving and the water saving as a footprint, it's not always as big as people maybe initially thought it was. And that's not to say those aren't good solutions, but sometimes if you look at maybe recyclability of the container and making sure simply that your material matches the container or it washes off the container, and looking at reducing down the caliper of the label, the weight of the label, sometimes that can have a much bigger impact, and sometimes it's a simpler solution. Many people know this, but Avery Dennison is actually one of the biggest manufacturers in the world of RFID chips, which is the same technology used for your contactless card payments, the same technology you use with your phone, for example, to be able to tap it and get something back. But if you imagine that same technology in a label, which is what we can offer, then you can attach it to a tote, you can attach it to a chemical drum, and be able to track and trace that, know where it is, know how long it's been in the system. So for us, RFID labels together is a huge pathway to a more sustainable packaging.
Our content was very similar really, so in essence what we're all about is two things, so less waste and energy saving. And both of those two aspects that James has spoken about there, they contribute a lot to reducing carbon into the atmosphere. So that's really the essence of what I was talking about today. In addition to some of the points that I covered, because I had many others that I could have spoken about, but I think one thing we did miss was talking about reduction of waste through having to throw labels away. So we do have BS 5609 accreditation using specific, many of them Avery's label material. However, what you don't consider a lot of the time is that if you order labels in on rolls, any detail change whatsoever at a later stage, be that phone numbers, be that logos, be that legislative, which it often is, then you're actually throwing a lot of labels away. We have a little infographic that is discoverable on our website which details percentages and average percentages in the chemical industry for how much label material gets wasted in the chemical industry. You've got everybody here in the room that you need to speak to, and that's not just visitors to the show, that's also other exhibitors at the show. What is great is that you have various different levels of suppliers here to come and talk to. So yeah, all under one roof, ideal place to come and have a chat about how you can make your business more sustainable.
Yeah, I think 100% agree, and I also think it's an opportunity for people to discover. So it might be that there was something you were looking for, around labeling or packaging or chemical recycling or whatever it is, to learn more. But it also gives you the opportunity just to walk around, listen to some people, and hopefully build that network, build those connections, and then the hope is, I guess, that everyone walked out here today having a few business cards in hand to be able to follow up on some inquiries and speak to some more people and carry that conversation on. So and I think with sustainability for me, that was obviously what we're talking about between us. It's one of those conversations that we used to do once a year or once every 2 years. It really should be something where we're doing continuously now, and we can only do that by having these types of events where you've got the opportunity and come every couple of months and have that conversation. So I think they're more important than ever together.